it's full on Mac Jones era in Foxborough, practicing, wrapping it up, and then next week it's all a go for the week 1 opener against Miami. One interesting conversation I've seen thrown around, I just want your take on it. Expectations for Mac Jones are obviously through the roof. Everyone's trying to pump the brakes a little bit on him, but again, we haven't seen a quarterback, certainly a rookie quarterback or a young quarterback, look this ready this early. Obviously, since Tom Brady took over for the Patriots back in 2001. Now, fair or not fair, Jones is going to be compared to Brady, and he already is for his style of play and a lot of the things that he does. But I think it's unfair to think you're comparing him to the best version of Brady. Let's look at the 2001 version of Brady and the 2021 version of Mac Jones and compare those two, how they came into their roles and whether or not those are more realistic expectations for what Mac might be able to achieve in year 1.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you're talking about a guy in Brady who, I think in 13 games, I think he was sacked 41 times. The stats aren't going to blow you away. But I do think, and I think we've talked about this before, it's a much different era in terms of quarterbacking and what you can do when. And, these guys that, they're in these high level 7-on-7 camps, as sophomores and juniors in high school, and they're just so far ahead of the game than where Brady was 20 years ago. And so I have high expectations for Mac. I mean, is he going to win a Super Bowl? I mean, I doubt it, but I think in terms of you put together this team where they are, that offensive line, the running game, the weapons are going to take time, but you put Mac Jones with Josh McDaniels, who's one of the smartest coaches out there. Josh McDaniels is not going to, expose Mac Jones to things that he can't handle. And you combine the McDaniels coaching and Mac Jones's accuracy and ability to execute. I have pretty high expectations. This is not your normal rookie quarterback, in my opinion, because of how good this team is. Most rookie quarterbacks come, like look at Zach Wilson with the Jets. The Jets are going to be terrible. I think Zach Wilson is tremendous. Will Mac Jones probably have a better year than Zach Wilson? Yeah, probably, because he's on a better team and better coaches, proven coaches. And so, I think that Mac Jones, at the end of the day, if you compare the stats between Brady in 2001 and Mac Jones this year, I think Mac Jones is going to come out ahead in a lot of different areas. Some of that is circumstances. Some of that is just the different eras in the NFL.
Yeah, and you mentioned the coaching. I think that's something that's super underrated specifically in a quarterback's development. Which coach you have when you're trying to crack in may make all the difference in how your trajectory in the NFL goes. We've seen a ton of young quarterbacks with a ton of talent in the wrong system earlier with the wrong coach who does not put them in a position to succeed. And I think the Patriots obviously will. Back then, it's obviously not McDaniels, but the Patriots with Brady in 2001, he was a game manager. I mean, there are some people who still, even after the Super Bowl, were thinking, I might still want Bledsoe out there slinging it instead of Tom, because he just looks like this check down king. So the jury was out on Brady even after he had, won a Super Bowl and was clearly the starter on that team. And you saw what happened next year. And, Bledsoe goes off and starts lighting it up in Buffalo. And some people were like, I don't know, did we do the right thing? So it definitely, I think people forget that about Brady. It took a while for Brady to be Brady. And it certainly didn't come in the first couple of years, and Mac might have the opportunity to surpass that.